Yes, so as you can see, there are more machine marks downstairs in the living area. Yes, so as you can see, there are more machine marks downstairs in the living room. As far as we're concerned, we had to, as far as we're concerned, we had to cut this floor the same way we have to do it upstairs on the x-axis. See, there are more barrel marks throughout. Those deep indentations, those are our machine marks. That's from the previous standard. And this is just a deep gouge. This is just a deep gouge caused by furniture. And this line you see going across here is left behind by the previous sander, person who sanded this floor. So this is why we have to do so much sanding as far as say removing of the stop marks caused by the barrel. So what a stop mark is, it's basically this, right? Let me start. So when we start up the machine now, it's going to be a little bit loud. This is what a stop mark is, right? So when an inexperienced person is sanding the floor and they just, prematurely stop the machine or they don't smoothly, sand the floor, they will leave a bunch of these behind. So after this is done, the floor sanded, right? After the floor is done and sanded, this deep indentation caused by, stopping prematurely, right, will later be a different color, right? Or you can see it later on in the finished product. So that's what a stop mark is. As you can see, we can't cut the floor straight to remove these, because if we cut the floor straight and not remove these marks, we're gonna have what's known as chatter marks. So the wheel of the machine is gonna drop into each chatter mark and its stop mark, and it's gonna create chatter marks. So it's gonna be a continuous flow of waves in the floor, and that's why we have to cut it on the x-axis when the floor is not properly sanded. Because if we don't, once we run the machine in a straight pattern, our wheel is gonna hit the previous sander marks that's left, the stop marks that's left behind by the old sander, and it's gonna create a bunch of waves in the floor. To the average person, you won't be able to notice it, but to a professional, it'll be easily spotted. Or a lot of people who knows, quality work, they'll be able to tell right away.